23 degrees Celsius here in Kingston, 24 out west in Montego Bay. There's a 35% chance of showers today, so you might want to pack that umbrella as you get out of the house. But one thing's for sure, you got to get out of the house. Welcome back to Sunrise. Headlining this morning is our girl, TK. Good morning, TK.
Great morning. It's news. Let's talk about some news now.
Yeah, let's go.
We talked about the pop culture. Let's talk about what's happening in the news. So, an apology or the blame game. You know this about the flag fiasco that happened. State Minister Alanda Terrelong has issued an explanation and an apology following a controversial post made on his social media. In the since-deleted Instagram and X post, the minister was seen interacting with members of the diaspora in the UK ahead of the Foreign Ministry's 10th biennial conference set for June. However, social media users quickly noticed Jamaican flag emojis being used to cover the faces of former Jamaican People's National Party government leaders. The minister, following the backlash that came with the posts, took to his social spaces to explain the incident, blaming a member of his social media team, stating that their access to his social media accounts has since been revoked. Efforts to reach the state minister up to last evening's news time proved futile. So there's the post there.
Yeah,
the Jamaican flag emojis.
Honestly, I saw it.
Strategically placed.
And I genuinely thought it was fake. Like, I'm like, what is this? Like, which idiot did this? Like, thinking, which idiot did this to the minister's post?
Yeah, yeah.
Because clearly the minister posted, and then some idiot did this to the post, in post. But actually, it was posted.
That's the original post.
And I thought, I realized it was the original post when the apology came. And I thought to myself, are we seriously that... Okay, I'm trying to edit.
And I'm waiting to hear it. That what, Dennis?
That misguided.
Okay,
that
good. That's a good word. That's a good word.
In our strategy of use of social media. Yes, I think that, one, the people who work in social media management sometimes, for some people, don't realize it's work. It's real work with real implications. And it's not, you know, you might see it because you grew up doing it for fun, but it is real work and it has very real implications. And these things cost people's careers.
Absolutely.
You know, and I don't know, I mean, you know, I'm not one of those people who cancel people for life and you're never going to get work again. But those things have implications. I think that people, is it a lack of understanding? You thought it would be funny, or, I mean, given, was that an Instagram stories? Because it was a screenshot, I think, of, it must have been Instagram stories.
I believe that it was in his stories, correct.
I'm like, it's not even like, you know, it's close friends. Like, you put it out there.
Yeah.
I was like,
it definitely was unfortunate. Definitely was unfortunate, for sure. But all right, next up, we'll see what happens there. Next up, foiled robbery led to another police shooting. So the police are searching for 2 suspects following a foiled afternoon robbery at a store in Halfway Tree, St. Andrew, that left 2 with gunshot wounds and 1 injured. The 2 assailants, a man and a woman, posing as customers, targeted the phone store in Halfway Tree, resulting in the store owner shooting the male assailant during a tussle. Information from St. Andrew Central Division Commanding Officer Senior Superintendent Marlon Nesbeth also confirmed that the attacker also shot one of his officers, and that the police are working on intelligence and are making some progress in their early investigations. So that happened in Halfway Tree yesterday.
Well, I hope those intelligence gathering activities will prove successful. What I would say is, to store owners, to store operators, you can replace the products, you can replace the money. You cannot replace your life. This situation could have gone very differently.
Absolutely.
And so don't fight with them. Don't fight with them. Let it go. I mean, the average person seeking to rob you is seeking the path of least resistance. So they're not really interested in killing you. And so just make them go on with it. Make them go on with it, you know? Make them go on with it, report it, insure your things, those kind of things. but don't put yourself in a position because maybe a bullet a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right, and you're at the morgue today, and your family is preparing for your funeral. On the other hand, one of the other points of note to me is the accomplice, because there was a little bit more to the story in terms of the tussle that ensued, because there was a woman, and there was some question at first in terms of whose wounds were actually caused by gunfire versus whose wounds were caused by, I think, like a scissors or something like that, because the woman did assist the robber in trying to stab, you know, and I gather it has been reported by the police that this woman has featured in other robberies in Halfway Tree recently. And, you know, you might want to say what you want to say, but men and women are actively involved in criminal activity. And of course, because women, very often, you lower your guard because you're not expecting when you're stereotyping.
You're thinking it's less likely.
Yeah. Like, so.
Unfortunate, and we're hoping full recovery for the officer, and we just hope that all of these things can stop, Dennis. Let's stop it. Next up, RADA promotes backyard farming. For those of you who like to garden, maybe you can take it up a notch. Following a CVM News report on the estimated increase in vegetable prices brought on by the ongoing drought, representatives from the Rural Agricultural Development Authority, RADA, seized the opportunity to promote backyard gardening. RADA's Home Economics Officer for the parish, Georgia McLean, says more information sessions are pending as the agency continues to promote the initiative by providing training to farmers and promoting self-sustainability and agricultural development across the island, especially in rural communities where it is considered the engine of economic growth.
Yeah, definitely.
I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
Definitely. Well, I'm not certain what parish they were talking about in that particular story. It said the parish, but we've been hearing a lot of this, and I did see sometime the Minister of Agriculture came up with some backyard gardening kits, and we've seen for some time now talking about eat what you grow, grow what you eat, and it's amazing how you can have your little backyard gardening in some small spaces, because you might say, oh, more of us are living in apartments as the population increases and we're going up. You can have your little balcony garden and those kind of things, so you can grow. You can have
the vertical gardens that, like, I saw it online where there are things, hydro thingamajiggies, and you know, excuse me, I'm no farmer, right? And you can plant things vertically, and it can yield a whole lot of, you know, produce. I mean, in a very small space. You like callaloo, you like pak choy, you can do some pak choy. I have an appeal to Jamaica. I want, like, every community, here's what I'm thinking, right? Vision it with me, Dennis. You ready? Garden? It's not a community garden, but each neighbor farms something, one thing, something different, and then you're responsible for, not responsible, but you can provide the community with that thing. So like, you know that my neighbor does carrots, and then to my left, and then my neighbor to my right, I can go to that one for onions, but downstairs I can go for banana, and upstairs I can go for, you know what I mean? You see the vision? So like, the community is providing. You studied sociology in sixth form? I did not. Oh, you sound like a Marxist. You sound like you have this socialist dream of communal living. I think that communal living has its benefits, and I think that I've seen that the more we get away from communal living, is the harder things have been getting. So, you know, I think that in this capitalist, individualistic society in which we live, I'm not so certain. But I mean, we can do it on smaller scales. I have a dream that one day on the green hills of Clarendon, I'll do it in my neighborhood. We'll grow carrots. And you won't get any of my onions. We'll grow onions. You won't get any of my onions. You know what? And we'll all live together in peace and unity. It's now time to take a short break. And when we return, shot glasses up. Breakfast is served. Are you mocking me? We'll be right back. Are you mocking me right now? Let's all hold hands together. Free at last. Free.